back. A French hedge fund has recently arrived in Canada in search of high net worth investors who want to include quantitative strategies in their investment portfolios. The firm is Capital Fund Management, or CFM, and we're joined now by its Chief Executive Officer, Philippe Jordan, who joins us from Paris. Philippe, thanks a lot for joining us. What does CFM see in Canada that has led it to establish a presence here?
Well, thanks for having me, Paul. What do we see in Canada? Well, the first thing I saw in Canada was life. I'm actually Canadian. I was born in Montreal. I'm French Canadian. And I was raised there until the age of 12, 14, and then moved on to Paris and London and New York, etc. To be clear, we've been in Canada for about 20 years, in and out. We have lots of strong relationships in Ontario and Quebec, mainly in the institutional community. And one of my friends and colleagues, Steve Shepard, that was out in Australia, working for a competitor of ours, suggested that, if we were amenable, he'd like to come back to Canada. And we started talking about how we could build out the effort beyond what we've done in Ontario and in Quebec, out into the other provinces and into other segments like high net worth. And we came to the conclusion that, building an office and building a bridgehead was probably a good idea. Better late than never, I guess.
Your firm specializes in quantitative strategies, correct? Explain exactly what the expertise of CFM is.
Absolutely. We're quantitative. We're like, I'd say hyper quantitative. There's about 350 of us worldwide in Paris, London, New York, and Toronto. And we specialize in building algorithms to statistically extract signals out of markets. And when I say markets, I really mean it in the broadest sense, meaning equities, bonds, corporate bonds, foreign exchange, options on a worldwide basis. So we try and build all-weather type portfolios to deliver what we call uncorrelated returns to the end investor. So our real value proposition, if you will, is building liquid, robust, decorrelated strategies, which are really the only free lunch left in finance, as Harry Markowitz taught us all.
You've used the phrase decorrelated or uncorrelated a couple of times. You're speaking, I assume, in context of the broader equity markets. Is that correct? Non-correlated to where the S&P 500 or the S&P TSX Composite Index are going. Is that correct?
That's correct, but I'd also add, the sovereign bond component also. So government securities in general.
Okay, what kind of...
Decorrelated not only to equities, but to sovereign bonds also, so decorrelated to a 60-40 portfolio.
Okay, you're looking for high net worth individuals. What type of high net worth individual would want to use these strategies in his or her portfolio, and what role might they play in those portfolios, and what percentage presence might they have in a typical high net worth portfolio?
Well, to be clear, I'm not looking for high net worth directly. I'm looking for a partner in Canada. We have a partner in Europe. We have a partner in the United States that we do this with to reach out to high net worth individuals in country. I think the end value to them is accessing a stream of returns that's decorrelated, meaning it's going to move very differently from their 60-40 equities and bonds portfolio. So it's going to give them a better sharp overall, a better volatility, a more robust portfolio in multivariate environments.
Philippe, thanks a lot for joining us, and welcome back to Canada. Philippe Jordan, president of CFM. He's based in Paris. The company is reestablishing a presence here in Canada.